Welcome back to the car culture, the ultimate pit stop for everything automotive. If you're a true car enthusiast, you're in the right place. From modern marvels to vintage legends, we bring you stories that ignite passion and preserve history. And today, we've got a story that feels like it's been pulled straight out of a movie script. A car that lay dormant for 50 long years, only to rise again in 2025. Let's dive into this incredible resurrection journey that proves true automotive legends never die. Main story: the 50-year-old car comes back to life in 2025. Imagine finding a forgotten relic in an old barn or garage, covered in dust, vines crawling over the metal, the engine silenced for decades, and then, suddenly, it roars back to life in 2025. That's exactly what happened with this remarkable vehicle. The car in question, a 1975 Dodge Challenger RT, a true icon of American muscle, raw power, and bold design. Left untouched since the mid-70s, this car was recently discovered in a rural farmhouse in Michigan. What made it even more unbelievable was that it had just 22,000 original miles on it and was almost completely stock, from the Magnum 440 engine down to the original tires. The family that owned it had lost track of the car after the original owner, a Vietnam veteran and muscle car fanatic, parked it in storage after a minor engine issue. Over time, the garage was abandoned, covered, and eventually forgotten. It wasn't until early 2025, when the family decided to renovate the property, that the car came back into the light, literally. The restoration team that took on the project was stunned. The body, though dusty, had no major rust. The interior was preserved almost like a time capsule, complete with the factory leather seats, AM/FM radio, and even a few 8-track tapes in the glove box. But the real magic was under the hood. Reviving an engine that hasn't turned over in half a century isn't easy. Every gasket, hose, and seal had to be inspected or replaced. The fuel system had to be rebuilt from scratch. But the team wasn't just fixing a car, they were resurrecting a legend. And after nearly 6 months of painstaking work, the 440 Magnum coughed, sputtered, and finally roared to life. The sound, earth-shaking, that deep, throaty V8 rumble reminded everyone what real muscle used to sound like before modern turbos and electronic controls took over. And when the Challenger rolled out for its first test drive in 2025, it turned heads like it did in 1975. No touchscreen, no driver assist systems, just pure analog muscle power. What makes this story even more special is that it captures the heart of what we celebrate on the car culture: timeless design, engineering brilliance, and the soul of driving. Cars like this aren't just machines, they're memories on wheels. They carry stories, emotions, and heritage. And when one is brought back from the dead after 50 years, it feels like history itself just took a deep breath. As this revived Challenger hits the roads again in 2025, it's not just driving on asphalt, it's driving through decades of history, reminding the world that real classics never die. They sleep. And when the right hands find them, they wake up louder and prouder than ever. Outro. Support request. If you loved this story of resurrection and muscle car magic, don't forget to support us here at The Car Culture. Hit that like button if you want to see more stories like this. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a tale from the world of wheels. And drop a comment below: have you ever seen or restored a vintage car yourself? We'd love to hear your story. Your support helps us keep these legends alive and the passion for cars burning bright. Until next time, keep your engines running and your hearts racing. This is The Car Culture, signing off. Would you like a matching thumbnail title and description for this video too?